In this video, I'm going to give you some quick instruction on how to use this file to create an alternate version of this package and this candy. The first thing I want to point out is I opened this and the workspace that was there was as essentials. I clicked off several of these windows here, and then I opened up properties and I pulled out from this whole stack over here layers and brought it over here. I tend to like to keep my workplace kind of simple on the screen. Totally up to you, but I just wanted to point that out. Now, there are some neat features in 2020 Photoshop, and I want to introduce you to them. If you hit W on your keyboard, it gets you into the stack of selection tools. There's the magic wand tool, and if you hold down Option, it gets you down to the magic wand. This is the quick selection. This is the magic wand. But either way, once you're in this stack of tools, these options present at the top here, and one of them is select subject. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to interpret that image, and it has selected objects in the image. Now, I do want to point out that with low resolution images, you're not going to get this kind of response. I think a high resolution image is what you want to always work on when you're doing this kind of project. So now that it's selected everything, I'm going to just click down here in my layers panel and have it make a mask. So now what it's done is it's removed the background from the image and it has masked around it. The next step, I'm just going to, while I'm in this layer, I'm going to click to add a new layer, and it always adds the new layer right above wherever you were in the stack. So I've got my new layer here, and now I'm just going to hold down my mouse and I'm going to push that up there. And for this layer, I want to be fooling around with the candies and not the box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down Option to wake up that mask. And then with my brush, I am going to, I'm sorry, you need to hold down Option there. With my brush set for black, I'm just going to paint over that area of the mask. I don't want that. I don't need that window of information open for this layer. I want to actually, in this layer, use my brush with some pink, and I want to just paint on the candies to make it a darker color. Now, this doesn't look very realistic, and what I need to do now is I need to set the attribute of that layer to be something that is going to reveal the texture of the candy underneath it. So, that looks kind of interesting. Darken, multiply. There is no one choice here, but I would advise you to just hold down your mouse and click through to see the kind of effects you're getting. I'm going to stick for now with just multiply. Let's start it with multiply. And then I'm going to maybe change the paint and go with something, I don't know, why not green? And I'm just going to be painting on these. So you can see that that mask, if I were to paint over here, you're not going to see anything because that layer has been masked out. So now let's go back to the original image layer and let's look at how we could get rid of some of this information here. So I'm going to get into my L is the quick key to get there. It's polygonal. I always have trouble saying that correctly. Polygonal tool, and how it works is like the pen tool in Illustrator. You click and then let go and click again, and I'm very casually just kind of selecting around the name Sweethearts because I'm going to rename this. So now I get to where it connects with the other end of it, and you see a little, go up. You can see a little circle reveals itself that I'm right near connecting. I click that, and now I'm going to go Command J, and that took that area and it just created a new layer with that clip. Now, if I turn that off, it's still there. It just made a copy and put it on a new layer. So now I'm going to get my eyedropper, quick key I, and I'm going to, I want to touch on this color. Maybe I'll go more this color. And I want that color of that box, and then I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to hover over here to lock transparent pixels. And that means that if I paint anywhere on this layer, and I'll turn this one off, if I paint anywhere in this layer, it's only going to, let's see, this layer is transparent in all these areas. So now, I'll shut this layer off too. So now let's see what happens. I'll get my brush, and it's red, and now I'm going to just paint over this. And even though I'm out over here, it's not going to do anything because I have locked the transparencies. So we'll get everything back up, and now I've erased the name. You can go back now to the original box, and you could go back to your selection tools, just W, so that we can get this cool tool up here, select subject, and it selected everything. I'll make another mask, and then I'm going to make another layer and drag that up into that layer. And then I'm going to hold down Option to wake up that mask, and I'm going to get to my brush. And now this time around, I'm just going to get rid of the reveal that's exposing the candies because I don't want to be working with them. And then I'm just going to hold down Option, and it gets me back to the layer. That Option just wakes up that mask so it's front and center, and I can edit it. So now I've got this layer here that's got a mask on the package. I could do a couple things. If I want to just create like a strong color shift in it, I could be in this layer and go to solid color, and let's go to blue or something random. And then I could change that to multiply, and then check this out. I'll just take this mask that I made, and I'm just going to pull it up and drag it in there, and it'll say, do you want to replace the default mask that's in that layer? And I say yes, and there we go. Now I want to point out that my patch that I had there is here, so I need to bring that down here, there, and I can just get rid of that layer now. So this is kind of the general idea. So now I'm just going to kind of jump into the type tool. And since the type is going to be sitting on top of all these layers, I'm just going to actively be in this layer when I select Quick Key T, my type tool. And then as soon as I click down, it's going to create a type layer. So here's where you can, let's say I'm going to call this Solano Sweethearts. Can't think of anything better. And here's the deal. If you just hit return, oops, that's return my type layer. If you go back, I'm sorry, up here and get to this tool and then do Command T, you now are in the transform. So you can make this bigger. And when you hover over in a corner like this, check this out. You can hover in a corner, and it's giving me that little kind of swoopy arrow, and now I can turn it if I want. You take it down. This is just very random here. And then when I get back T to my type tool, I can highlight that again, and up here you can see that it's giving me the option to change colors. This is not a very well thought out color choice, so pardon me for that. I just want to demonstrate. Oops, it clicked back. It's a little clicky sometimes. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, Command minus to drop this down. And the last thing I'll point out is if you want to add some new sayings to the candies, you would simply hit get back out of the type tool, hit T, and then just click over here. And I'm going to change my color to black. And let's say, be right back. I don't know too many of these, but I know some. And then I'm going to get up to the Move tool, Command T, and now I can quickly scale this. And by hovering in the corner, I can kind of turn it. And now I can move it here. And then hit Return to quiet everything down. And I think I might want to take down the intensity on that there. And As far as efficiency and workflow, I want to point out that since you have all these other candies to label, click on that and duplicate the layer, and it'll just default it with copy. Then get into your move tool, and that duplicate is right on top of the other one. So now you can move it here. You can Command T to transform it, and then T to get to the text tool, and you can, well, so that's kind of the basic quick drill on how to use this. Have fun, and I'll be demonstrating this in class as well.